Some years ago, a woman stepped into my office. Her name was Michal, and she was after a few years after brain surgery that damaged her nerve, and and her eyelid stopped working. She came already with a device, basically a pacemaker for the eyelid, and this is the first time I got introduced to NeuroTrigger. I thought it was a wonderful idea and a thing that could really help a lot of people. And Michal and afterwards Nikolai joined. I think I've moved this company a lot forward. And now it's on the verge of starting sales. And I think it's something that really can help quite a lot of people. Nikolai?
Thank you, Barak, and thank you for the organizers to have me here. So my name is Nikolai Kunicher, and I'm the CEO of NeuroTrigger. And I'm sure, like me, most of us here takes blinking for granted until we lose it. So the vision of our company is to restore blinking abilities for those patients. So as Barak said, our story began with Michal's personal issue, and this is her story.
I had a tumor removed from my head that left me with permanent facial paralysis and no ability to blink or even close my right eye. I was unable to return to normal function and suffered from headaches and extreme intolerance to light. For years, I looked for a cure but found no medical solution for my condition. Then, an amazing thing happened. My close friends developed, especially for me, an artificial blink system. I have been using this device for over a year now. It brought me back to full function and completely changed my life.
So a little bit about the facial paralysis. There are two kinds of facial paralysis, the permanent one like Michal and temporary one, what it's called the Bell's palsy. And what is interesting is that for both of those conditions, the top functional priority demand for those patients and the eyelid closure, because the lack of eyelid closure leads to many painful side effects, such as severe dry eye, corneal ulceration, and even loss of vision. So in total, the quality of life is dramatically reduced. And unfortunately today, there are not many good solutions for this kind of condition. And actually, Michal tried most of them. But they're both invasive, such as gold weight implantation, reanimation surgery, pterodoraphy, and they're only partially effective. We call them the static solutions because they're not actually dealing with the core problem of lack of blinking. So this is the reason that we decided to develop a system that will deal with the lack of blinking and will be the dynamic solution for this treatment. So this is Blinker. It's a non-invasive wearable device. You can see I actually wear it on myself. And it's composed of 3 elements. There is a rechargeable and reusable stimulator. There is a daily use and disposable electrode. And everything is controlled by a mobile application, including the pulse of the signal, the pace of blinking. You actually can decide how often you want to blink. Depends if you're outside, inside. So it's really easy to work on. And of course, our technology already patented worldwide, and we are always improving and increasing our patent portfolio, submitting new patents, including the design patent that we just submitted. And I'm very happy to say that recently we got cleared by the FDA through the 510(k) pathway for a general and broad indication. And in our next steps, we are planning to clinically evaluate the device for a specific claim of eyelid closure, mainly for marketing and reimbursement purposes. We already performed a first usability clinical trial with 10 patients in Tel Aviv hospital, and you can see here several of them with simulation on and off. You can see the difference, and you can use the device, of course, on both sides of the patient, depends on their condition. And I can tell you that some of the patients that didn't recover from Bell's, even after we finished the trial, they asked to use our device, and based on the approval that we got from the ethical committee, they still use the device and are very happy with this device. So in our next step, as I said, we're going to do the clinical trial in US, UK, and Israel for the specific claim of eyelid closure. And we already won several grants from the Bird Foundation and the Israeli Innovation Authority to perform these trials. So a little bit about our market. So of course, our first initial market is going to be the facial paralysis patients with 200,000 new patients every year in the US. But later on, we can expand our device to other conditions that in need of this device, such as Parkinson patients and of course severe dry eye. And our business plan, similar to Nespresso and Gillette, based on a single purchase of the stimulator and a daily purchase of our electrode. And if we sum up the number of patients that in need of this device, we are coming up to a total addressable market of over $2 billion a year. So it's quite a big market. Some facts about our company. So the company was established in 2018. We raised up until today $3.5 million, and actually yesterday we opened the new round of investment, the A round, and we plan to initiate commercialization by the end of this year. First probably in Israel as a pilot study, and following that in US as well. This is our managing team with the investors, co-founders, myself, and also actually Professor Gur, who operated on Michal. He did the reanimation surgery on Michal, and when she came back to his office, like into the Barak's office, he was so excited about this device, so he asked to join as the medical director to the company. And we are very happy to have key opinion leaders as a part of our scientific advisory board, and we are working very closely together to bring this device as soon as possible to the market and to the patients in need. Thank you.